Hey everybody, welcome to the Blank Canvas podcast.
Yes.
You got myself, Mina West.
And me, Jennifer Noir.
And this is episode 20. Oh my gosh, we're about to hit episode 21. We're gonna about to be legal in America.
Okay.
That's the thing, like we legal in America. So as you know, if you are an avid listener of the Blank Canvas podcast, you would know that we have been talking about a really, really sick event. We have got the spill and chill. Yes. Basically, you're going to come down, do some painting, have some drinks, have some fun. The event is on the 26th of August. Make sure you get your tickets. They are available at Eventbrite. We've also got amazing goodies and amazing games as well. Do you want to reel off some of our sponsors?
Yes, we'd like to thank our really amazing sponsors. First of all, Cass Art, who do amazing art supplies. Also Kera, who do handmade vegan candles. And So, who do really beautiful, luxurious bath and body products. So you can look forward to enjoying some of their products at our event.
Yeah. Now let's kickstart the game. Quick fire starter on this and that.
Sure.
This or that.
Mm-hmm.
So, quick one. Oceans or mountains?
For what? Like, which do I like?
Yeah. If you had to pick.
Oceans.
Fair enough.
What would you pick?
I would pick oceans too, but then there's something just freeing about standing on a mountain, just looking at the sky, being high.
Yeah, it's just that to stand on it, you have to climb it. That's the bit that...
that's a bit that's long still.
Okay, I've got one. Would you prefer a sexy striptease or dirty talk?
Striptease. Striptease.
I'm not into stripteases. I prefer dirty talk.
I don't know what to say. I just get awkward. I'm just like, oh, what are you saying? I'm confused.
Oh, you don't know how to... You don't give it back.
I'm like... I'll be like, so the bunny ears, they look cool and they're fluffy, right? Dear. Fuzzy bunny ears. I'd be so awkward. Horror movies or comedies?
Comedies, definitely.
Yeah, I agree on that one.
Would you rather an older partner or a younger partner?
Older. 100%. 100% older.
No, let's make it more interesting. So if it was like 10 years older or 10 years younger.
10 years
I think
older.
that's still fine though, isn't it? Yeah.
10 years younger?
I was going to say more, but if we go younger, it becomes illegal. So I was like, let's just leave it.
10 years younger, I'm like, don't get me wrong, like, you can get great guys who are younger, but if I had to pick, they would always be older than me.
Yeah, I prefer older guys.
I've got one. Winter or summer?
Summer. Actually,
this summer's making me feel sticky.
I
every
prefer
day
winter.
right now.
Winter's better for fashion, in my opinion. What about you?
I prefer summer because I don't know how to dress. So winter's just a bit difficult. But right now, this summer's making me feel very sticky.
I know, it's so hot. Last one. Let's make it fun. A micro small penis or super fast premature ejaculation?
Oh gosh. I feel with the super fast penetration,
Not penetration, super fast ejaculation.
Ejaculation. You can...
It's premature.
Train it to go longer?
No.
Can't you?
Where have you seen that?
I don't know. Isn't it like a problem that a guy can fix? Whereas a micro penis, he has that for life.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Whereas like the ejaculation, like you can train it to like...
But what if it's really extreme? Like you just touch him on his thigh and he...
How small is small?
Micro.
Oh.
So I'm showing me the size. I think both are as bad.
I know, but I don't know which one.
Oh no, that's kind of mean. It's a bit insensitive to people who are actually suffering from these things.
You're
I'm
so
sorry.
sweet.
I'm sorry for what I said. Both.
Tudor, what would you pick? If you're suffering from it, I feel like I'll do the ejaculation one because I feel like that can be trained over time.
Yeah.
And then maybe you can have like this thing where like, okay, I won't touch you, I'll just be naked already and then just have sex and then like,
How can you have?
you just, I don't know, don't have any foreplay or nothing. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I mean, people could always have their tongue, so it's fine.
That's the thing. I mean, yeah, there's other things you can actually do. Yeah, cool.
So moving on to the exhibit, we just love to kind of highlight amazing artists that just inspire us. So who's inspired you recently, Jen?
So I just finished watching season 1 and I'm up to date on season 2 of a show called Pose.
Okay.
It's about transgender, like not just transgender, I'll just say it's the LGBTQ community in the 90s, especially the
Mm,
black and ethnic minority community in the 90s in New York. And it's just such an interesting show. It's like it it challenges you to think about how you see people and it kind of
yeah.
corrects you to make sure you see everyone on a human level.
Yeah.
But that being said, there is a character on that show that I absolutely love. She's played by an actress called Dominique Jackson,
Mm,
and the character's name is Electra, and that's my exhibit for today. She's amazing. Um, she's just so badass.
yeah.
Um, she's really mean. She's really bitchy. She has a lot of attitude.
Okay.
She dresses really nice. She's into finer things. She's always about the hustle. And I connected with that. I was like, what? Because she's like not afraid to be herself and she'll never apologize for hurting someone's feelings. She'll be like, yeah, I did it. And that's that. And I just love that about her. She's played so well. The woman's so beautiful. She dresses so nice. She's just so authentic. The way she built that character is amazing. It's like watching Samantha in Sex and the City. It's like that character is only that way
Yeah.
because that actress decided to play it that way. No one else can come up with that. So that's the
Yeah.
kind of thing that she did with this character, and it's
Ah.
just so good. Yeah, that's my
I'll
exhibit.
check it out. I've seen it advertised on Netflix and
It's
things.
so good. Is it on Netflix?
I feel like I saw it advertised on Netflix. Maybe it's a different show we're talking
That's
about
annoying. I went
completely.
to go watch it somewhere else, but yeah, it's really really good.
It might be a completely different show. I feel like I've heard of it before, but
Yeah, Pose. Check it out.
I don't know them. My exhibit today is a person I just recently came across. They're called Duga Art, and
Mm.
it's like a fine art artist that kind of uses really bright colors and highlights like black excellence. So I just really thought it was really interesting in the way they did stuff. They have really sick drawings of like Bob Marley, Lauryn Hill, Biggie, and a
Mm.
really creative eye on how they depict like black beauty. So if I wish I could paint and draw like that, I was just looking at the art and I just really want one of their pieces in my pretend house in my head. But yeah, it's really bright and colourful. But just I don't know the way he depicts like individuals. You feel it sounds really cheesy, but you feel like you're capturing a piece of their soul as well because the way you use the
Mm.
colours without even having to kind of I don't know, like there's one picture where it's of someone, of a girl and her afro, but it's of the moon within the afro as well. So that was really, really sick. Black skin against yellow, bright colours all just merged together. It looks like a carnival, but then there might be sorrow in the person's eyes at the same time. So yeah, I thought that was very, very interesting. So I've been thinking this week a lot around
Yes.
just women who are fly and everything like that. But what does it really take to be a boss babes, and what does boss babes actually mean? Because I feel like, especially like terminology and stuff on Instagram and social media, everyone's seen someone doing something entrepreneurship wise. That title's kind of flying around quite a lot.
Mm.
But I was just thinking like, um, people have said it to me, and I think I'm not even doing anything, so I don't know where this has come from. But people who are just about getting their life together and being about, and as a woman, what does that mean? So I thought we'd just kind of discuss, what does it mean to be a boss, babes?
Boss babe. I don't really use that terminology.
What do you use?
Bad bitch.
Bad bitch.
Because I feel like a boss babe kind of makes it feel like you can only be in business to be a boss babe.
No,
Not
that's a fair point.
necessarily. But yeah, okay, boss babe, bad bitch, same thing. For me, it's the element of freedom. I think it's doing what you love and enjoying what you love and being happy and just being someone that people can not only relate to but aspire to. I think the aspiration is the biggest part for me. If you're
Yeah,
someone that
definitely.
inspires other people to, get work done. Like just the other day, I shared a picture on Instagram
Mm,
of Kera, who are actually sponsoring our goodie bags, I actually know personally the owner of that company,
Mm.
and she is always on the move, always doing something. And I put her as like, someone that I definitely aspire to because she's so hardworking and she doesn't do like a show off way. She's just doing it like, I'm busy, this is what I'm doing, I'm showing my progress.
Mm.
And it's so inspirational. Like she just doesn't give up. She's not weak. She just gets on with it. And yeah, that's for me, that's what bad bitch, boss bitch. But I prefer to say bad bitch just because there's the element of being hot as well. But yeah.
Oh, okay, so they
Yeah.
have that hot element of them being
No point
sexy.
running around making all that money if you look like trash.
Tell me about it. But sometimes that's how life hits you though, because if you're mad busy, and it also depends on like what industry you're in as well. So not often, maybe because we just see it from terminology when people are on social media, but there are people who are running like different businesses outside that don't even touch social in that way. They don't promote it in that way, or they don't even have their face towards it, and they just be out there like getting all their stuff together, which is always
Yeah.
amazing. I think one of the hardest things as well is that you kind of, as I don't know, you kind of have to be your biggest supporter. And sometimes being your own biggest cheerleader is quite hard because you can have amazing people around you support you and everything like that. But if you're out there doing things that sometimes are in isolation and completely by yourself, it can be quite hard. So, in terms of that struggle of, you know, doing
Yeah.
your stuff by yourself can be quite hard, I
Yeah.
think.
I think it's the strength that they display.
Yeah.
Obviously, nothing's easy for anyone. Everyone who's an entrepreneur will tell
Yeah.
you there's a lot of downs to all the ups. But I don't know. It's just the element. The people that I like the most are the people who are constantly moving,
Yeah.
people who think strategically, people
Yeah.
who come up with really amazing ideas, or you see how they twist and change concepts and are just constantly evolving. Like that's, yeah,
But
I
don't you
like
think
that.
sometimes people can be pressurized to constantly think of like new ideas and stuff like that as well? So sometimes even when you've got that title of being a boss chick and always about doing the move and things like that,
Yeah.
you sometimes get pressure of always having to fill in that constant headspace of constantly going all the time. That
Mm.
sometimes even a boss sometimes admitting that you do feel tired or you do feel vulnerable at times, um, and sometimes even scared as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think the sick thing about obviously social media, you see lots of people's highs, but in terms of what does it really mean to like be a boss or be a bad bitch, what are the negatives that come with that as well? And I think a lot of it can be you sometimes feel like you're doing it by yourself.
You are doing it by
Yeah,
yourself.
you're doing it by yourself. You feel vulnerable. You feel a bit scared at times too to kind of take that next leap. You feel challenged because you're constantly having to think of new ways and new ideas and just to keep yourself current all the time. That can be quite
That's why it's so important to do what you love.
yeah,
Because when you're doing I'm not saying that coming up with ideas is not a hard
yeah,
thing, but I feel like when you're doing something you actually it's so important to be in tune with who you were put on this earth to be.
yeah,
We all
definitely.
have different skill sets, we all have different strengths.
Mm,
And I think that one of the best things we need to do is know what our strengths are and work with that. Because once you're working with your strength, you're not working.
yeah.
Ideas are not even, it flows so naturally. You're not thinking, oh, I need to think of an idea. You're like, which idea do I pick out of the millions that just came to my head? Because you're doing that's how I see it, because
I
you're doing what
see
you enjoy.
I see that, but like for me, I love writing poetry. I love doing that, but I have dry spells a lot of times. I'm sure you get that as well with jewelry. So it can be you might do what you love, but when it twists into a business and twists into things like you're doing, when monetary comes within it as well, it does get difficult. Even the stuff that you love can become like a job as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we discussed this before when it now becomes pressured against time as opposed to
yeah,
creating when you want to.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that can be quite hard. I think obviously I'm all for positive terminology around boss bitch, bad babes. I've just mixed the two together. It just gets a bit hard. I feel like I have people who come to me and say, "Oh no, Mina, you're actually doing bits. You're actually doing this. You're actually doing that." But I'm just like, yeah, but it actually comes with a lot, and it makes it nerve wracking at times because you're just thinking like, okay, how can I just keep things active? How can I keep things going? How can I keep things creative? And it starts becoming quite difficult as well. One of the things as well, to be fair, I haven't personally faced this, but I know when you have terminology like you're a bad bitch and things like that, you sometimes have what we all love to call as haters, or you have people coming at you in a negative way, or you feel like your back's against the wall. That's quite difficult as well. like
Can you give
haters.
me an example?
Well, I know people just have this assumption of like sometimes people have an assumption of someone who is about making their like business and all that kind of stuff, but they might think, that person's uppity because they don't care about nobody else because of the persona they have. So people stick a persona on that individual.
I think one of the most important things to be a boss bitch or a bad bitch is to not care what people think of you.
Yeah.
Because if you walk around caring about everyone's opinion, you will stay caged. That's a fact. Um, I
Yeah.
know we plan to talk about this later, but it kind of now comes into the strength and intimidating people
Yeah.
because you're so strong in your boss bitch and whatever aura that you're in.
Yeah.
But if you don't actually care what people think, it shouldn't get to you. But I think where it will become a problem is if, for me personally, the only time where it really becomes a problem is if my actual circle are not functioning the way I want them to, either
Yeah.
supporting or maybe being negative. Maybe that's when it gets to me. But quote unquote haters or anyone on Instagram or anywhere else or Twitter saying things, I don't really care, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's fair. But say if the hater isn't someone on social media, but someone who could affect your way your paper moves, because that person don't like you, you can't get that booking. Because that person don't like you, you can't get so and so, or they're gonna speak about you in a negative way.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just think that
But why would that happen? What would
it's
cause
just
that?
sometimes when you're like you have that perception of being a bad bitch, it can have a negative connotation towards it as well. I'm just saying some of the negative stuff that comes from it.
See, this is why I feel like our understanding of bad bitch is a bit different. Because the person works hard and
Yeah,
is succeeding,
yeah.
so other people might
No,
be
no. I'm just saying, like, maybe it probably comes more into the other part of the conversation in terms of if you see him as a boss, can you also be seen as intimidating?
yeah
And then people just sometimes think like it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes people just want to find a reason to hate on you or just dig on you or something like that,
yeah.
and that affects how you move. And you feel you're right. You shouldn't have to care what people think, but if you are working with people, how your perception comes off does affect like future things as well.
Um, I don't know. It's very dynamic.
Mm.
I don't know. I can't see how unless you piss off Oprah or someone who can really blacklist you.
Yeah.
I don't see how. Uh,
You can get blacklisted by people on a daily. People being constantly blacklisted.
or maybe in poetry world and,
Not in every world.
but in like fashion,
You piss off some key person in Vogue, you might not get your thing in Vogue ever, like stuff like that. It's not even
it
about
depends which world you're
industry.
in. If you're doing
Yeah,
okay, so like me with Blanc, where I'm selling high street price ish stuff,
yeah,
who's gonna blacklist? It's just like someone trying to blacklist Boohoo, unless they do something racist.
yeah.
How on earth are they ever gonna be
No, but say if
blacklisted?
somebody personally don't like you, they don't like your energy, they don't like the way you move or anything like that, and they say stuff like, you know what, don't shop there because that person's business like that. Like any type of person can get negative reputation around them. Be
Okay.
like oh, her's the person. No, I'm not feeling that. And say if someone of influence says that and goes,
Or like Kim Kardashian or someone huge.
not someone even that huge, but someone of influence
So
who
give me an
can,
example. I'm trying to pick because I don't understand.
someone within the UK or someone not even in the UK who just personally doesn't like you and they put a negative word out there that you know what Blanc Studios doesn't produce good work and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're following
Yeah.
the people under their
Yeah.
influence will listen to them.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They don't influence the whole United Kingdom, so there's still going to be people that buy.
Okay, fair enough.
It's
Yeah.
true.
You know, no, I
You
can.
get people that come up and do really crazy. You get brands that do racist shit,
Yeah.
and people are like, we're blacklisting them.
Yeah.
Please believe they're still making sales.
Yeah,
People
no,
are still
I get
going
that.
through the back door and buying their stuff.
I get that.
I don't know. I don't think I get what you're saying. It's possible to be blacklisted, but I don't think anyone has that much power in the UK unless it's high fashion. I don't really see. Or even you as a poet, I can't understand how anybody could blacklist you. Well, realistically, how does it happen? Unless you did something wrong.
Not blacklist me in complete life, but I mean, it might be a promoter doesn't like me, so I never get booked for a certain show or stuff like that.
But there's so many other shows.
No, it's good because you're always saying that there's other things going on. But just in general, when you've got the pressure of like you being a boss of your own and things like that, you have this. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm thinking too deep into it. But you have the pressure of thinking, especially when you're very freshly new coming in, you don't want to ever burn any bridges with any single person. So you have that pressure of, oh, I don't want to be perceived in the wrong way. It's not mad pressure, but it's just kind of like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's weird because this is a revelation that I'm getting now, and especially since I had my birthday.
yeah,
It's only so long you can live your life trying to be liked by everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
It is so caging, like
Yeah.
caring what everyone thinks about you and making
Yeah.
sure, oh, I come across as a nice person.
Mm.
I've been listening to podcasts lately, and there are some women who are so outspoken, who say some really rude things. And yes, there are people who are offended by them and don't like them, but there are also a lot of people who support them and feel the same way as them. I think I'd rather just be my authentic self than
Yeah.
have to. I'm not a you're not a puppet to perform for the world.
Yeah.
You're way more than that. Like,
Yeah.
you
No, I
shouldn't have to
think.
feel like you have to be liked. And then that
Yeah.
being said, if you do manage to annoy someone or upset someone, and I'm not saying it as if I feel I'm above it or anything, but
Mm.
so long as you have your talent,
Mm.
I believe with God there's always a way.
Fair
There's
enough.
always a way.
I think everything you're saying is right. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, like, the challenges some people might face sometimes. That's all.
I mean, of course, it's a challenge that people face, and I think it's very
Mm.
sad. But I think you have to think of the world in a grander scale.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes we give people too much power.
Yeah.
Even okay, let's bring it down to not even bring it down, just on the level of maybe working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Your manager doesn't value you or like you.
Mm.
Someone will see that and use that as ammunition for insecurity and think that they're
Yeah.
not good.
Mm-hmm.
When really and truly, you shouldn't give this person any power over how you see yourself or where you can go, what you can do.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
They might block your positions in the workplace and blah, 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 but there's always a way around it. The world is too big to put power in one person's hands.
No, 100% agree. 100% agree. Trust me. Nobody's my god.
Did
So.
something happen though?
No, nothing
Okay.
happened to me. Nothing happened to me. I'm good. I'm good in this hood. But yeah, I'm good in this hood. So do you think then, actually just moving on to, like, I spoke about people feeling like haters and stuff like that. Like, why do you think people are intimidated by strong women?
See, I thought about this, but I want us to like define two things first.
Yeah.
What is a strong woman?
Yeah.
And what is intimidation?
Okay.
I'm not even going to bring up the dictionary, what we understand it to be.
Okay. I think everybody's a strong woman. Everyone's got a strong woman inside her.
That's
I know that
bullshit, but
sounds
go
so
on.
cheesy. I think mainly a strong woman is someone who knows their worth.
Yeah.
Who knows their worth and demands you to come correct to her.
Yeah.
In work, in relationships, in friendships, in business, in all aspects. I know our worth. I know what I bring to the table. You don't bring that to the table, there's a problem. And you can say that in a sweet way or in a way that some people might seem as more aggressive. But regardless, you're stating this is who I am and how I expect life to be treated.
Yeah.
Person who isn't seemed as strong is someone who probably has the perception of a doormat, lets people walk all over them, is a yes man and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so there's like an element of control to it as well. Yeah, okay. And then intimidation.
Someone that just gets you anxious and like scared and nervous. So how strong women can sometimes make you feel a bit nervous being around them or anxious being around them.
I feel like intimidation, I haven't even looked up the dictionary meaning yet, but I feel like there's a part of intimidation that involves being scared because of your insecurities.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that people don't acknowledge quite often.
Yeah.
So when you speak of a strong woman per se, how do I go with this? Okay, let me give an example. So I was listening to one of these podcasts and Tolly T was guesting on it. And they asked her a question that really triggered me. They were like, do you feel like because you're a strong woman or you come across the way you come across, basically, they're basically alluding to her being a strong woman. Do you think because of this, you basically kind of not miss a lot of suitors, but you turn away or intimidate a lot of men?
From dumb questions. How did she respond?
And it really annoyed me because I really do identify with the Tolly T's, with the Steph Londons, with the Meghan Markles, with the women who know their worth and are not afraid to say it. I really do connect with them. And I'm really happy that we have more and more women like that.
Yeah.
And it's sad, but it is true. I do agree that being strong, being smart, being outspoken, having an opinion does trigger insecurity in a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it can be various things. Like you can be really successful and doing well in your career. And because you're doing well in your career, somebody else who is not doing well yet, and I say yet because you will do well. If you put in the work, you will. but because they're not doing well in their career just yet, they will feel intimidated.
Yeah.
And instead of being honest with themselves and saying, and I did this as well, it's all of us, it's a human thing. Instead of being honest and saying, you know what, I'm really insecure about this, I need to actually address this, we will project it onto the person.
Mm.
This person thinks they're too nice, or this person is flashing too much, or this or that. When really and
Mm.
truly, you're just insecure about your situation. And then it could even go to, you might not be happy with how you look, and then you suddenly, like, I don't know, see someone who's really confident.
Yeah.
And again, it's the same thing. It's like this, oh, I feel intimidated, she's too much. But it's really and truly, you don't feel you're enough. That's the truth.
No, I 100% agree with you that one. And it's interesting because when people ask that question, it irks me a little bit as well. Because I remember time ago, someone told me they think I'm single because
Oh yeah, I
I
remember you saying
intimidate
this.
guys. Not intimidate guys because I've got all this stuff going on and I couldn't match, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, um, I don't. I when people see me, I don't even think I'm that much of an outspoken person. Not because I'm shy to not speak my mind, just because as my personality, I don't say that many things that people deem that seem as controversial and things like that. So it's
Yeah.
like even with me trying to be submissive and sweet and all that kind of stuff, people are still coming to me and saying I'm intimidating and have all this stuff going on. So I was just thinking, regardless if you're a person that's known to like shout and all that kind of stuff, or kind of chill or seen as a chilled person, guys are still going to come to you with crap. That's what I personally see it as.
Yeah.
And it was a bit like, really though.
The thing is, I feel like, especially in the 20s and 30s, we're building ourselves.
Yeah.
And a lot of us are not where we want to be just yet. And then when we even say where we want to be, when we get there, the goalpost keeps changing anyway.
Goalpost keeps changing.
But in my personal opinion, as I've seen a lot of men, I think a lot of them are very insecure.
Yeah.
And they literally,
They're
I'm
still
not
in
going
the
to
caveman. They're
generalize.
still in the caveman
A
stages
lot of a lot
where.
of these feelings are very primal. They want the woman to be beneath them, you know.
Mm,
And I definitely think, I do agree. I think even just talking about myself, because like you, I'm opinionated, I'm
mm,
this and that, but I am loud and I'm outspoken. I'm not
mm,
scared to say what I feel.
mm.
And I think it does piss off a lot of guys. I even see it here sometimes when we have the pod and we're recording and we'll see like some of the male guests. I'll say something, you can look in I see in their face that they're not happy with what I said. And it's like, it's just interesting. If it was a man having this conversation, it would
Yeah.
totally be fine. Like, he's fine. There's so many podcasts with males who are so outspoken and loud.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Yeah.
bats an eyelid.
Yeah.
But the minute it's a woman, oh no, it's a problem. And I feel like society as a whole, we need to do better. Like, why cage the woman? And it's not just the men caging us, the women cage women as well.
Yeah,
It's a
women definitely
joke.
cage women.
That's why I don't care what people think. That's why I feel like it's so important to not care. Or I'm on the journey of not caring what
Mm.
people think. I wouldn't say I'm quite there, but it's so important to not care. Most people are not happy.
So sad not to like yourself. I love myself.
It's a journey. I think I was in a place where I didn't like myself and I
Mm,
had to learn to like myself. It's a journey
yeah,
for everyone, but most people are on their journey, and I just feel like, don't take anything personal.
yeah. But then I also think, not trying to like support men in this way, I don't think there's a problem with a guy who doesn't want to be with someone who's outspoken. That just means that outspoken girl knows that that person's not for me because I'm
Yeah.
gonna be who I'm gonna be, and you end up with the
It's
person
the
you
same
want to be
thing,
with.
just as like
But yeah,
an outspoken woman being like, I don't want to be with a guy who doesn't have much to say.
yeah,
I can't be with
exactly.
someone who doesn't have an opinion.
Yeah.
It's weird to me because I need someone who I
Oh,
can spar with.
exactly.
So yeah.
Oh, I don't aspire with. I just want to be like, same ideas. Probably
No,
not.
no, no. I like someone to challenge me a bit. I want us to like make my mind tingle.
Yeah, but not on like the main stuff like family and money,
The thing is, what do you mean by family and money? Like,
like how you run the family household or how you like manage money. I wouldn't want to spar with someone, my partner, on that one.
you wouldn't want to, but quite often a lot of people have to.
I pray I
It's
don't.
not like fighting, it's just like, meeting each other in the middle. I think it happens
Yeah,
in every
she
partnership.
could do. I don't know. I don't know. See, I'm like the sweet Southern Belle. Don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
not trying to be sweet.
know. Yeah, it's interesting as well because kind of going back in terms of like the intimidating woman,
Yeah.
quote unquote, doesn't necessarily actually even need a man. That's what people think. That's what people say. And I think that's what guys get scared of because guys like to feel needed. So when they see someone who's not even just outspoken, but she's just got her ish together,
Yeah.
that can be intimidating to them because they're thinking like, what can I bring to her? When instead they shouldn't see it like that. They should see it as a partnership. You two come together as one and you build together. Instead of you thinking like, oh, she's just going to be a damsel by herself and that she needs you.
I don't know what the answer is to that one because I think there is. I mean, it'll be good to have a guy here to discuss this. But I think there is an element of men who like to, in men, that they like to kind of save a woman.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what to say. Because me personally, I don't want to pretend anymore. I'm not going
Mm.
to pretend I need you,
Yeah.
or because I've been on my own for years now, so I'm not going to sit here and
Mm.
pretend that you being in my life is critical. Is because it's not. It's great, it's
Yeah.
nice, but it's like me being in your life. You don't need me, you want me,
Yeah.
and I think it's actually unhealthy to be with someone that you want to need you on that level. But anyway, yeah, I'm just rambling.
No,
I
ramble.
don't know what the answer is to that question.
Ramble away.
What do you think the answer is?
It's a weird one because that's when I won't lie, my faith does kind of get mixed up into this one.
Yeah.
I think the only person you ever need in this life is God, regardless, anyways. But I feel God didn't make man alone. So I think as a society, I don't work in the whole like, strong, independent women. All I need is myself mantra. I am kind of like, actually, you guys both need each other. But
Mm,
just as much as I need you, you need me. So don't think that you own me in any form, way, or anything like that. Um, so that's conversations. A bit like I feel like I'll just make it end up being like a sermon because I just see it slightly differently.
yeah.
In that sense, where
I don't know. It's like, I'm trying to think how I feel about it. I would say, I mean, if he wants to pay my bills and finance my shopping, no, honestly, if he wants to pay my bills, finance my shopping, finance my hair, finance my trips, I would never say no. Like, that's
yeah,
fine. So if you want to do all of that and so that I can feel kept, I have no problem with it. But I'm not going to like stop doing what I do just to make you feel good about yourself.
yeah,
So like if you're the partner that asks you to so you guys are married and he says he makes stuff for both of you and he says to you like seriously like I don't want you working, I want you at home looking after the kids.
if I need to look after the kids and it's better for the household, yeah, I
Yeah,
would.
yeah, there you
Yeah,
go. Yeah.
it depends. I mean,
And
I
there's
don't want
nothing
to.
wrong with that.
Yeah,
Absolutely nothing wrong with
I don't even want to work anyways. So that's another story in general. But it's the thing. If he's got the means, like I'd only work if my house needs us to work.
that.
Like money needs to come in. It wouldn't be something where, yeah, like
Yeah.
I've got as far as my career as I actually care to get as far in my career. To be honest,
Really?
yeah, yeah, I really have. I've done so much when it comes to marketing. I'm so tired. I'm
Interesting.
so tired. I just want to pursue poetry fully.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been wanting to for a long time, but it's just there's a thing called finances
You never
that a
know.
girl needs. Um, yeah, finances that a girl needs in life. But yeah, yeah.
So if he asks you to give up poetry to look after the kids,
I wouldn't need to give up poetry there.
no, as in performing and stuff.
Well, the thing is, I feel like if I have children, traveling around all that kind of stuff might be difficult. But a lot of artists do it anyways. So I would find a means for me still to do poetry. But if I had to take a break or for a year or two, I would for the benefit of my children, 100%. 100%. If I had to take a break for the benefit of my family would always come before poetry. Just hopefully, poetry doesn't have to be sacrificed by that.
Boy,
Hopefully,
I don't know.
hopefully.
I don't know.
Can you have it all? Can you have it all?
Yeah, that
Who
whole
knows?
question. What is it all anyway?
Yeah, can you have it all? Because I want to like to think you can have it all, but there's only so many hours in a day.
I mean, you can outsource, you can get staff.
We haven't got the finances to get staff.
For me personally, there's always a way.
To have it all.
Anything you want, there's always a way.
I think there's always stuff you're gonna have to sacrifice. If you really want something, you're gonna have to sacrifice it, and you have to decide if you want to sacrifice it or not.
What context are you talking about?
Like, say, if I really want to go ham on poetry, I have to sacrifice my dedication across other things. Like, if I really, really want to go ham, then I'll probably have to sacrifice my job, or sacrifice what I do at work, or sacrifice friendships and things like that. Not friendship, but time
I
with
feel I'm
friends.
doing that already now.
Yeah, with Blanc.
Everything.
Yeah, but it's hard because for me, I try to put an order in things of what of importance to me,
Yeah.
and it depends on where that falls under in my importance and what I would sacrifice for it or not.
Yeah.
So that for me is quite an interesting one because it's like as much I don't know, it's like sometimes I think like I even want to do more at church because I want to do more at church and I feel like guilt when I don't do as much as I personally could because that's like my church family, that's my home, and obviously that's kind of me, kind of what I feel I can do to give back to God. But then everything you do should be given to God anyways. But it's like if you've got like church life, work life, family life, poetry life, podcast life, there's like so much time given to so many different things, it can be quite hard at times. I find. I find.
I don't know, because like I said before, we sit here and we're like, oh, we're finding it so difficult with time, and then
Mm.
you have people with kids doing what we're doing. So it's like
I don't think
sometimes I do think
I don't know many people with kids who do what I do.
I know people with kids who are juggling 9 to 5 and side hustle. I know quite a few actually.
Fair enough.
And I feel like this is, like I've always said, this is a luxury.
Yeah.
We don't have any responsibilities right now yet.
Yeah.
And I think we're living in a time of luxury. I genuinely do believe that. I'm not of the essence of when it comes to time and stuff, I just do what needs to be done. I don't feel I don't see it as, oh, podcast isn't something that makes me money, so I'll put it here and then blank. I just schedule it out and do it as what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a skill you develop the more and more you do it, learning to manage the time.
The thing is, I know how to manage time, but again, there's only so much time in a
There
day.
is so much time in a
Yeah.
day,
So it's
definitely.
like if you're like thinking that you've got all this stuff going on, something might have to be squeezed out. There's only so much time in a day.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah, because it's
definitely.
like as much as people, the manager was like literally, like it was so funny. I've left my job, and my manager's one of his speech was like, started working with this girl only to find out she was literally doing three people's jobs at once. I was like, yeah, dude, brother, I was. And I learned through that time management. But I also learned I can't come and kill myself for everything.
Yeah.
I can't come and kill myself for everything. That's one of the reasons why I'm just like I'm ducking out of this place because I literally give my all, and to a point where you have like 20 minutes lunch breaks where you're just eating in front of the desk and then you're going back to the next thing, and whenever you get in something, trying to move on, and then you're thinking, oh yeah, I want to do this poetry. Oh yeah, I don't want to miss this friend's wedding. Oh yeah, I got this on. Oh yeah, I'm meant to be serving at church. It can be quite a lot at times. You have to think actually what's important. Don't like completely dry yourself completely out because boy,
Yeah.
tomorrow isn't promised, and you've got
Yeah.
to think about what's priority.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think
Mm,
you have to go with what's important with you, and I only do what's important to me, to be honest. Anything
mm.
else I don't really do.
So just kind of like small things that's been happening. We have to discuss, yeah, this Instagram taking away follower business, listeners.
Not followers, likes.
That's it. Oh, okay. I said it all wrong. Instagram taking away likes. What's up with that?
So I heard, I don't have all the details though, but I heard that they're trialing it in a few countries
Yeah.
where in the picture you just see the picture of the person. Like, you know when you see little circles of who's liked it,
Yeah.
that's all you'll see. You wouldn't see the numbers. But I'm guessing the user will still see the numbers,
Yeah,
but the
music
whole
is still the
other
numbers.
people won't be able to see the numbers.
I
I think they're trialing it in a few countries, but definitely Dublin, they're trialing it.
heard Instagram followers, the plan to do is just kind of like screenshot like the number of people that liked it. They could share it with businesses, so they've got some kind of indication.
I see.
I mean, I get it, but I also don't get it. If that makes sense. I'm someone that doesn't even get that me like. So boy, it could work in my favor regardless, anyways. But at the same time, if me as a business, I like to see kind of some kind of KPI on how a post did or not. A number's a nice, clear indication. So
But how do they measure engagement?
they measure engagement. So say like you've got X amount of followers,
Mm-hmm.
they do some equation that's X amount of followers times the number of likes or seen or impressions that you get, and that kind of help measure engagement. So from an influence perspective, it depends on the amount of followers you have. I think it was like between 1,000 to 4 or 5,000. A good measure is like if you have 15% engagement, and then as you get more, they expect the engagement to decrease for some odd reason. So like Kim K with like 140 million, you're not expecting her to get 150 million likes. You expect her to get maybe like I don't remember the number, but like, say like 7 or 8 million
Yeah.
in likes. But just because that doesn't equate to versus someone who's got 3,000 followers and easily gets like 500 likes because of there's some maths equation
Yeah.
behind it.
Probably an algorithm.
Um, some algorithm maths equation behind it. So they measure your engagement based on the followers and that. Then they percentage it. Me and my mental maths is terrible. But
Hmm.
I think I saw a line where basically Instagram kind of said, we want your followers to focus on what you share, not how many likes you post. And that's calm and everything like that. But Instagram's kind of over time become a bit of a business where
Yeah.
people have like they've brought in a whole new terminology of Instagrammers and like social media
Mm.
influencers like never before, similar to how
Yeah.
YouTube did as
Yeah.
well. So I feel like they're affecting people's money, no?
I don't know. My first thing about issue with this is Instagram isn't real. So from likes to followers to even the pictures themselves, the way people do a lot of magic in the background to elevate these things, I don't even take it seriously to begin with.
Fair enough, fair enough.
But from a business perspective, if I were, for example, an influencer who's worked really hard to get myself to this level, and then you've now taken away my ability to show this, of course it's going to be annoying. But at the same time, it's not just annoying you, it's annoying every other influencer.
Mm,
So if it's annoying every other influencer, the business is going to find a way to evolve around
yeah.
this. It always does.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
But because at the end of the day, you can still see their followers. That's always
Mm-hmm.
going to be visible. And if a business was to work with you, they could just ask you, send me a screenshot of your likes or whatever, like you said, and then work it
Yeah.
out from there.
I
Or
think
there
they
must
can.
be
I
apps
think there's a
that can
tool, an app
even.
that where people can do
There
it.
should be,
That's one of our agencies used to do. They'd be like, the engagement rate for this person is this. I'm like, how do you figure it
because
out? I don't
Instagram
know.
wants to stay a business. That's how they
Yeah.
make their money. So I'm sure they're working something out as well in the background for
Yeah.
people because they want you to still be able to get
Mm,
your money from sharing on their platform, which they
mm,
want you to do. But for the people who, like everyday people who just get, like me, for example, who
mm.
just gets normal, like not many likes anyway, I'm not that bothered. I don't really care.
Yeah. I think it was business because one of the hard things is that some people got mad loads of followers, but their engagement rate is crap. So say someone
Because they
who,
bought their followers.
fair enough,
I
but
see that a lot.
I've seen it so sometimes where they just had their peak at one time and gone quiet and peak at one time. Like for me, when I released a certain piece, I woke up to like legit like 700 new followers. And I was like, whoa, what the hell's going on? But
Mm.
because I wasn't consistent with content, like those people aren't seeing my stuff because the algorithm is really down. So I'm just like, I literally post something and I was like, who sees it, who doesn't see it? I have no idea. I remember somebody went to me like, how do you have that many followers? Like, do you buy it? I was like, are you actually an idiot?
Oh, come on.
Actually, I was like, because one thing, I don't even have that many followers, but it's because they just see me as a standard person. And it can be, from my perspective, if you just haven't got engagement, you might have had a peak time at one point where you got loads, but because you haven't been consistent with content, it drops down. A lot of people buy, I don't know how you buy
No,
followers.
because I've seen quite a few businesses actually, because obviously I have a lot of businesses in my network,
Yeah.
who will have like 30,000 followers, or even people I know, if I'm being honest,
Yeah.
30,000 followers, and the picture gets 30 likes or less than 100 likes even.
Yeah.
Because they bought their followers. That's what I'm saying.
That's mad.
That's why I'm saying you can't take this out too seriously. And if you do, you just set yourself up for like
That's mad.
unhappiness. Because everything there is just
That's
not real.
sad. That is quite sad, actually.
I don't really judge them because I feel like a lot of people, there's a pressure.
Yeah.
There's a big pressure, especially, for example, as a business or an influencer, to have a certain amount of things. But I mean, there's so many things people would judge, like editing your pictures using Facetune. A lot of people call that sad. But there's so many things everyone does that's sad. I don't do any of them, but I have no judgment either. But it's like, I don't know. Everyone feels pressured in different ways and they just find their way to sort it out, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it'll be interesting though when the likes go away.
But they're just trialing it. They haven't like said they're gonna actually proper do it, have they? I don't.
I kind of want them to do it. I always like how Instagram likes to mix up a little bit.
That would be interesting.
That would be very interesting. That'd be interesting. Because I also feel for people who might not have mad following, but the engagement rate is amazing as well.
Yeah.
There's people who don't have mad following, but the engagement rate is almost like for like they're hitting 80 percentile top on the amount of people that like their content. But because they're not matching someone similar who probably gets less likes than them but more followers, that's a bit unfair.
But it makes sense. Yeah.
So
It's exposure at the end of the day. You want your product to have
yeah,
exposure. That's the biggest thing,
yeah.
surely.
But then just because of the way like Instagram's done the algorithms, unless you get good engagement, then you're regardless of how many followers you have, it can still be lost in people's
Interesting.
feed. So you want someone with high engagement.
I guess so. Yeah.
And I guess, to be fair, I haven't done enough reading on it, but I just want to know how Instagram is going to tackle the engagement part for businesses who do use Instagram as a platform to promote their product. Because, like you said, Instagram is a business. They still want to get people purchasing their ad spaces and all that stuff, or utilizing their platform. So, yeah. So, why are you not Afro Nation this weekend?
Well, this year I already said I wasn't really going to travel because I'm just sacrificing, as you said. But it looks so good.
It looks so good.
It looks so good.
It's actually real FOMO. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, why am I not there again?
I know how I want to do it though now when I do go, because my friend rented out a house with a pool. So nice. Just parties all day. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is exactly how I want to do it. It looks so good. So proud of them. It looks really good. Well, I was watching, I'm just living vicariously through everyone's Snapchat now. And my friend was in the beach in the sand and the band was on stage. I was like, oh my gosh. Like all the classics. It was just taking me back. I was like, oh my gosh.
I was watching lots of people's one on Burna Boy was it the other day.
Yes.
Burna Boy is literally king right now. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like real African.
His album's really good as well.
I just keep playing it over and over and over again. I'm like, okay, need to play another song tune right now. But I really love the fact that it wasn't any like fake festival thing. And as much love as there, I think it was so beautiful to see that many black people together, all travelled out. They flew out, enjoying Portugal hot weather, enjoying life. And I'm just like, I feel like this is a moment in history.
It is.
Why am I not
there?
It
is. It's so good.
Why am I not there?
And it's the beginning of many, many more. You just need one festival to happen, and that's it. It's going to be loads more.
Okay, I'm going next year. Decided.
It looks so good.
I'm not going to Ghana, but I'm going to Portugal next year.
And they're doing one in Ghana in December.
Yeah. I'm going next year, decided. It's just not a question. Why am I literally look at him, I'm like, why am I here? Why am I in the UK? Why am I
didn't know. I didn't even get the memo when everybody just booked it and like decided they were going to go. Suddenly, all my friends are snapping in the airport going to Portugal. I'm like,
no, a lot of my friends aren't actually going, but I'm going away twice this year. So literally, when people tell me about holiday, I was like, let me be wise with money.
Yeah.
Let me be wise. But I would really like to be there right now. Not gonna lie.
It looks so good. The weather looks lovely. Everyone's dressed so nicely. It's like bikinis, like Love Island a bit, like bikinis everywhere all day.
Partying,
drinking, eating. Boys.
I'm about the beach life.
I know. I'm sure there's a lot of grimy, naughty behaviour going on as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, but that happens in the UK too. Might as well be out of the country with everybody together.
True.
So we've got that great part of our podcast called Let's Sketch It Out. If you have any dilemmas or questions or even like creative plugs you'd like to plug us onto, please just send it to the email theblankcanvaspodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
So Jed, do we have any questions today?
I came across two I thought would be really funny to do on the pod. They're a bit more, is African one, so it's a bit cultural, but okay.
Okay.
So here's the first one. My problem goes like this. I have a fiance. Let me start again. My problem goes like this. I have a fiance, very loving, caring, and God-fearing. He has this family friend that he refers to as baby, daughter love. I confronted him about it, and he said she's just a sister to him. That it's no big deal. But it really, baby and daughter love. Okay. But it really bothers me. Please, I want to know if it's really nothing or if I'm just being overprotective or unnecessarily jealous. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, what I was going to think in my head is so bad.
What?
The whole black men don't cheat, but they do.
Wait, what do you mean?
I just think, actually no, all men are good, but this whole calling her baby, like, I don't trust men in it. So, if she stated it's a problem, can he just respect it and call the girl by her name?
How is he calling her baby? What the hell?
Like, if I've told you, by the way, I just find it a little bit problematic. To know that I don't feel insecure about this, do you mind just calling her by her government name, please? Like,
I can't believe he's calling her baby.
Why are you calling her at all? But it's okay. You can call her still by her name. Well, imagine you're seeing a guy and he's calling the next girl baby.
The minute I hear him say it, I'll be like, yes,
I'd be like, yes, me.
yeah, me. Like, what the hell? That is so disrespectful. It's
I want to know
unreal.
what she calling him.
You know,
What's she calling him?
men and their female friends, man. I don't know what to say.
Do you like men with female friends?
I think it's important,
Mm.
but it's boundaries, isn't it? Like, for example, that calling her baby is really unacceptable and inappropriate and totally wrong.
Mm.
But I'm the kind of person where if you're gonna do that, cool.
Mm.
I'll do the same to you. I
Mm.
don't. Some people are not worth sitting down and having a conversation with because they're just stupid. It's best you just give them a taste of their medicine. Then we'll talk. Let me know how it feels, and then
Yeah.
let me know what you think
Let
is
me
the
know
best
how you feel. Let me
solution.
know how you feel. I hear that. I hear that still.
Yeah, that's what I would do. What about you?
If I've told you once I don't like it and you're still doing it by... I know it sounds small, but it's just like I've told you I actually don't like this. Like I just don't like it, and I feel insecure about it. And if it's making me feel insecure, then it's not. I just like peace in relationships. People I'm seeing. If there's no peace, then why am I with you?
Exactly.
Like I can't be bothered dealing with drama because you're calling a girl baby. If you think that's enough, strong enough, I'm gonna go. And you're not ready to even support the relationship because you want to call next girl baby, then I already know where you're supposed to be.
He's fucking her.
Exactly.
That's the truth of the
Like at
matter.
least if you're calling her, at least keep it secretive, you know. Call her by her government name. Actually, even in your phone, lie. Put her down as mother in it, so that way I don't even have to be suspect for anything. At least if you're gonna cheat on me, respect me, please, and
That's
keep it
so
secret.
rude.
But call
Calling
her
her
baby in my
baby.
face.
Oh my
That's a
gosh.
bit mental.
Doing the most.
Yeah, doing
Okay.
the most.
Second one. Let me just get it up. I'm 28 and my husband is 28 too, just a few months older than me. His parents are all okay with my age. We got married 6 months ago and I am not pregnant yet. The problem is his younger sister, whenever people ask if I'm pregnant, she goes, oh, it's in Yoruba. Okay, I don't know what that means. But she says there's something she says about me being pregnant. And the thing hurts me a lot. When I tell him, he says that she's just joking and she means no harm. I don't believe she's joking and she's hurting my feelings. Damn it, I don't know what this means.
Do you want to say it?
It's Yoruban.
Should I call a Yoruba person quickly and be like, what does this mean? Let me see.
Okay, go on then. Oh, something about menopause.
Oh, okay.
Okay, something about pregnant and hitting menopause. Oh, God.
Because she's 28. Because she's 28. Don't even come slap that one. What do you mean? She's 28. What is this?
I'm just done with some people, honestly. Yeah, what's your verdict of that one?
The little sister is stupid. Please go correct your little sister before I go check her. Because we family now. She's
But
my little
it
sister
sounds
too.
like he doesn't want to check her.
She's my little sister too, you know. We
Do you
married.
know what? If you're married now, you can do what you
She's
want.
my little sister too. So
Go
I will come
off, sis.
check her. I will come. What? I'm what? Yeah, let's spar this. We're family. We can do this to each other. Don't be checking my eggs. It'll be like, where's your man? Is she married herself? Before people can talk, what's your situation? That's what I would say. Continue being small and cute. See how far it gets you. That's what I would say.
What would I say? I would say I don't really care what what his sister thinks. She's not my friend. I'm not that bothered. But
Yeah.
if it was offensive, like the menopause thing's a bit much. She's only 28 years old.
That's the thing as well. Like, I'll be a bit annoyed if I was past like 37. I won't lie. That would be upsetting to me.
Yeah, that
Because
would
I
be
know
upsetting, yeah.
that does, menopause is not an issue, but
No, but at that
the
age, you're
thing,
thinking about
I'm
it,
thinking
yeah.
about it more. But 10 to 28, everything's just tight and right. I wouldn't care, to be fair.
Yeah, I wouldn't care. She's an idiot.
Yeah.
And she doesn't matter to me. Just because she's your sister doesn't mean she's my friend. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just your sister. I'll just have to see her once in a while.
Because
That's how I am with boundaries. If I
Mm.
notice somebody is not conducive to a happy mental state for me,
Yeah.
I put very thick glacier walls between us. Like you will rarely see me. So that's how I would treat her. In all honesty, I don't think there's any point fighting with her or having an argument because she's clearly an idiot. I don't see the point of arguing with stupid people.
Yeah.
To make that comment, you're an incredible, like the level of stupidity is impeccable. It's amazing. So there's no point arguing with her. But I would just put boundaries in place so you don't have to be around her all the time. Because at the end of the day, this is your sister-in-law. You're gonna have to see her forever. That's his blood. That's how I would go about it. Some people will be more confrontational, but I just feel like you'll be fighting forever with these people because I know these people that are troublemakers and just they love trouble. So there's no point giving it to them. You might as well just walk
100%.
away. But if it's really getting to you, of course, confront her. But I know that there's a lot of people that love this kind of thing just to bully someone and take the piss. So I don't know. I don't think she's worth it. She's just your sister-in-law. She's not your friend. If it was your friend that said it,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
it'll be
big different
different.
story.
It'll be like, oh my gosh, like what?
Yeah,
Or if it was your mum or your sister, someone you actually have to be around all the time.
yeah.
But if it's someone who's an extension of your family, I mean, come on.
I'll
And
just
even
check a
talking
little.
to married couples, they're not always around their in-laws. It's like you see them, some people see them once in a while, some people are with them all the time.
Yeah.
It's a bit different for different ones. But if like she's a problem, I just won't be around.
I see my sister-in-law quite a bit.
Yeah, you're quite close to your sister-in-law actually, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems different for different families.
different for
Not
different
every
families,
family is
yeah.
like everyone's together all the time. I don't
Yeah.
know. But then that's telling about whether they get on or not. They choose not to be around each other all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I love my brother, so if I don't get on with his wife, then
Yeah, exactly.
that'd be problematic. And that's not even the reason, but there's nothing to be confrontational about. But my brother will check me. That's the difference. If I say something to her, my brother will check me.
But that's the issue in this
He will
situation.
check me. He'd be like, don't touch my wife, please.
But her husband is not saying anything. He's like, oh, she's just joking.
Oh, gosh, people are marrying men who aren't saying crap. I don't know about that one.
But there's so many people that do that. It's not even just men, it's women as well. Did you watch Atlanta Housewives?
No.
Oh,
Wait, I used to, but I haven't
gosh.
watched it recently.
Candy's mother is
She crazy! But she's just
piece
crazy.
of work.
I've seen her.
A piece of work.
I feel sorry
And
for...
she gave Todd such a hard time. And I just thought, if I was in that situation, what would I... It's not worth it to me. I'd walk away. It's too much.
Oh, you probably love that
She
woman.
was
Love that man.
He must love her.
Because
he took a lot of beatings for that woman.
work.
And Candy didn't check her mum. That was one thing that pissed me off.
She's my mom. Like,
She let her mum get away with everything.
And then she'll be chatting, but she's paying for her mum's everything as well. Oh, gosh.
No, that's fair. That makes sense to me.
No, but it was just levels of the way she was going about it, which is crazy.
Her mum is, oh my gosh.
Oh, gosh.
Her mum is like that's the what, God forbid that kind of mother-in-law for me.
The worst
God forbid.
reality star mother.
She's terrible. And she'd say some really mean things.
Yeah, I get mad.
And it's like, whoa. That's the thing. If I'm with my mom, you're your mom. This is why I like my mom, because my mom's rockers. If I'm with my mom, you're your mom, and your mom offends my mom will fight your mom. You guys are fisting it up in the streets.
What's his name again? Todd's mom?
Absolutely, it's going ham. Oh yeah, they did actually have an altercation once.
Yeah, but his mom was still the weaker one. But then his mom passed away.
Oh no, she did, didn't she? Oh,
Yeah,
she
that was
was
sad actually. That was actually quite sad. Yeah, that was sad.
She was so mean.
Yeah.
And it's weird because it's like, she has no respect for herself because of the age difference. There's maybe 50, 60 years between you. You can't respect yourself enough to not disrespect this child to you, basically. Oh my gosh. She's terrible. But yeah, families can be a bit sticky. I'm quite scared of it myself because it kind of goes back to being a strong, independent woman. I don't know how that will be received in my partner's family. I don't know, will he come from a traditional family who'll find it weird, or from a family that celebrates women? I don't know. It's a bit...
Yeah.
I thought about that recently. I was like, I wonder if my in-laws will like me. I don't know. I hope they do.
I bet they will.
I don't
What's
know.
it like?
I don't know. There's quite a few things to not like. So I don't know. So we'll see.
You'll be fine.
I'm not the kind of person that takes disrespect.
Okay, so one thing I'd obviously always say, because what can my partner's mother do to me that I'll be done with?
If she slapped you, what would you do?
Oh no, it's rockers. Don't physically touch me. That's
Are you gonna hit her back?
Yeah, you slapped me. You slapped me.
Do you know I wouldn't hit her back?
You slapped me.
I wouldn't hit her back.
Anyway, you have no reason to physically hit me. But if you cuss me, I won't say nothing. I feel like God needs to check me on this. See what I mean? But if you touch me, we are fighting.
A lot of people would say that though.
But if you cuss me out, use your mouth, I'll keep quiet. I'll be like, okay, mama, that's how you feel about me. It's okay. But don't touch me.
If you cuss me out, I'll be quiet about it, but I'll tell him, check your mum.
Yeah.
And if you don't check your mum for insulting me, you don't respect me. And that's it. There's no point of this relationship. If she slapped me, I could tell my mum will come and beat the fuck out of you. Oh my gosh, I'll bring popcorn and watch.
No,
Like, I have
I'm big
no
enough. I can
doubt.
square up with this one.
No,
It's fine.
I don't like hitting olders. I mean, she's like at least 60 or so. No way. I'm not touching her.
That's true. Oh my gosh, I
I'm
feel so
not
bad.
touching her.
Okay, I won't touch her, but you know, don't touch me.
No, of
Just
course, don't touch me. But
me.
because she's older than me, I can't do anything. So that's why I'll
Yeah.
bring someone
No,
your
I hear
age to
that.
come and check
I hear
you
that.
on my
And my mum would
behalf.
actually fight for me as well. But okay, I won't touch her, but I will definitely pin her down.
No, I won't touch her. I don't want to touch her. I'll push her away from me.
Goodness.
Do you know
No,
what?
you're
It's
just-
so
you're saying the
easy
right
to
thing. You're
say
saying the
this.
right thing.
No, I'm saying the right thing, but in the situation, if I see
just-
red, I can't be held accountable. I'm sorry.
That's the thing for me. It's just like, don't touch me, and we're all okay. So thank you everybody for listening to the podcast. A reminder, we have our first event. I'm so excited. Spill and chill, a kind of paint party, hangout. It's going to be loads of fun. Make sure you get your tickets. Early birds are already gone. They're all gone already. We've got a standard and final release out right now. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. And I believe now Shubs as well.
Yes.
So also on Shubs, we'll make sure the links are available all over like our socials as well as in the podcast details. We're really excited to kind of meet our listeners face to face as well. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. I have been Mina West.
And I've been Jennifer Noir.